Hello, superstar. Welcome back. I'm here with Katie Gutierrez of Eras Design and Biographical Design. She helps interior designers build and grow their successful interior design businesses. She's done this for herself. She has a multi-million-dollar interior design business. And today, we're going to talk about marketing your interior design business. Katie, why is it so important to get a handle on marketing and create consistent marketing?
Oh, this is so important. It's great. I liken it to a pizza restaurant. Like, it's awesome if you make great pizza, right? Like the crust is and the sauce is like and the cheese just right? It's awesome if your pizza is awesome. But if no one knows about your pizza, how much pizza are you going to get out in the world?
At least initially, because eventually people will talk about it, right? But early days, especially, you need people talking about it for you, or you need to be putting the word out there, right?
Yeah, and I would add to that consistency in getting the pizza out there is important over a long period of time.
Okay.
Not only in the beginning, right? Also like being consistent with activity over the long time is really, really important. So if in your pizza restaurant you have this great pizza, but nobody's knowing about your pizza, then the engine of your pizza business is stalled.
Okay.
And so the same thing is true in your business. It's like you could have this great project process, but then everything in your business comes to a stall because marketing is the fuel for the engine. Without marketing, there's no fuel for the business to go anywhere.
Well, because marketing is what drives sales.
Exactly.
And sales is really the fuel. That's the revenue that generates your lifestyle and the money that you can invest in the business, right?
Right.
Okay, so marketing is the fuel that drives the business. What are the most important things for interior designers to do for marketing?
Okay, first of all, I have to say that there's a huge consistent problem that I hear designers talk about, which is like not knowing what to say. So I would like to set the stage with knowing what to say is the thing that is the most important part of marketing.
Okay.
And what I know to be true is the reason why interior designers feel like they don't know what to say is because they usually don't feel like they know what their value is in the market.
Okay.
So then it's like, should I talk about color trends? Should I talk about like tile trends? Or like, what are the trends we talk about, right? Should I post pictures? What if I don't have any pictures to post this month because I didn't close a project? All these questions, right?
Okay.
And what I know to be true is that if you can first and foremost know what your differentiator is, know what your big value is.
Are you telling me it's back to the
differentiator
again?
We
did a whole video about this.
It's the core of everything.
Okay, all right. Tell me why it's the core of everything.
It's like getting dressed but not having bra and underwear on. Like that's the first part, right?
Okay. Okay, it's the foundation.
Yeah, so it's really the foundation. If you don't know what your value is, then you don't know what to say. And it's true because what you should be talking about is what makes you super valuable in this industry. And then everything in your marketing points back to that.
I want to hear an example. Give me an example of how your differentiator becomes the thing that you talk about. Do you have like a case study or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So there was a designer that came through my program. Her name is Rebecca. And when Rebecca came to me, she was like, I don't know what to say in marketing. I say like I'm an interior designer, full serviced, and it was falling flat for her. Marketing efforts were falling flat for her. So then sales efforts were falling flat for her and so on because that's the fuel for the whole entire business.
Right.
So as we began to work together, what we found was that she had a unique, because biographical design is my unique differentiator. And so I supported her in a biographical discovery to uncover what her value is.
Okay.
And in that biographical discovery meeting, I discovered that her childhood gave her a unique position or a unique way that she views living in a home.
Perspective,
thank you. Thank you, wordsmith. Gives her a unique perspective of the value of a childhood home.
Okay.
Won't get into the whole story around it, but really interesting perspective.
Okay.
So what we know is that she has a particular value to bring to people in creating homes that support a child or children living in the home that can create a home that is a memory-making machine for those children.
Like, okay, what does that look like? I am curious.
So,
let's dive a little deeper. What is a home that is a memory making machine?
So she is now the world's only expert in forever home design.
Okay.
And this is
self-proclaimed, right? Because this is her unique differentiator.
Well, yes, and I have never heard of another forever home design expert.
Okay, no, me either.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And that's what I advocate. Like, brand yourself, call yourself the thing. Yeah.
Yes. And so this is what we've done together with her,
Got it.
is that she is now the world's only forever home design expert.
Okay.
So how that helps her in marketing.
Okay.
Before, she didn't know where to market. It was like show up everywhere all the time, all at once, every day, right?
Right.
And
like, I'm a full service designer, hire me, yada, yada.
Right.
Okay.
Now that she knows she's a forever home design expert, what she knows is that her target market is going to be particularly homeowners with children.
Okay.
Because in particular, her value is creating a memory-making machine for the children, ergo, homes with children. So she is really, really good at creating magnetism by way of showing up in moms groups, for example.
Okay.
And when she shows up in moms groups or family groups, she's able to say, hey, I'm an expert in creating memory-making machines for your children to have a lasting legacy for within their home.
What does her marketing look like? How does she say that? She says that, but how is she doing that? How is she showing that?
Yeah, so she has created 5 pillars of design.
Okay.
So the 5 pillars of design, I won't go through all of them, but I'll tell you 2. One is how a family tracks time with their children is an important way that she incorporates what she does with design work.
Oh.
So for example, if you think about a parent taking a picture of their kid in front of the front door on the first day of school, that front door then needs to be designed in a particular way for that picture to happen.
Okay.
And for the picture to capture all the things of the goings on of the child in that season at that time.
Okay.
So let's say, for example, she paints the front door in chalkboard paint.
Oh.
So the parents can write first day of first grade and like draw a little picture of a lizard because the kid is into lizards, or Mickey because they went to Disney that year.
Oh.
So it is incorporated into all the ways that she does the things, the 5 pillars of design. So one is how the family tracks time. Another one is how the family celebrates holidays.
Okay.
So if, for example, the family celebrates Christmas and there's a Christmas tree in that room, how do we design the room so that everything is organized around that Christmas tree?
Okay.
Maybe, for example, the pillows on the sofa have the kids' names on the backs of them, and every family member has a name embroidered onto the back of the pillow, so that when it's present opening time, they take the pillow from the sofa and sit on it at the Christmas tree and open presents that way.
Okay. So lots of these details based on how the family, the traditions that the family wants to create or is inheriting from their own families, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay, and she incorporates that into the design.
Right. So that the home itself is making memories with, is a foundational part of the culture of the way that the family works with the design of the house.
Okay.
So as it relates to marketing, what she talks about and what she says is, for example, a picture of the embroidered pillow on the sofa and says something like, is your home making memories with you? It could if you do this at Christmas.
Right. So she's giving people a little taste of it, and then the people that resonate with that will potentially reach out to her, call her, or whatever.
Exactly.
So she's also, one thing that I'm noticing you're saying from a marketing perspective is she's being very generous with her ideas. She's not hanging on to them or hoarding them like, oh, I don't want to tell anybody what I do because then somebody's going to copy me. She's trusting that every family is unique, and it's her process that she created that will help them create some beautiful outcome.
Exactly. And what she's doing also is creating a culture of people who want forever homes.
Right.
And she's creating like a movement, I believe, in the world of that forever homes can be a thing that people desire, and teaching the world that a forever home is something that's more valuable than just a pretty home.
Yes.
And that comes by way of educating the consumers that this thing exists, that this thing is valuable, what it can do for you in your life and for your family. And that's the core of her messaging, creating this very, very magnetizing set of people that really, really want and hang on her every word.
Right. And who are referring her maybe to new people and other people and sending their things along. So the last thing I want to ask you about, Katie, is how do they get the message out? I know we're not going to dive deep into tactics, but would this be like social media campaigns, YouTube video? Like, what are some of the platforms and technologies you advocate for putting this information out into the world?
So there's really 3 areas of core focus that I recommend people focus areas of focus to focus on.
Okay, all right.
One is that you own something. And what I mean is not that you go buy a company. What I mean is like Rebecca, for example, is owning the moms groups. And so in those moms groups, she's intentional with becoming the most popular person, right? Posting often, responding often, showing up to the meetings, showing up with cupcakes, and like really making herself known and very popular in that group so that everybody's eyes go to her, so that when she says what she does, everybody's listening and desires her energy and involvement.
Okay.
So own something is one really powerful way to do that. The second one is, if you don't have a brick and mortar store, how can you create a world wherein people can come in and be enveloped in your messaging? Largely that happens by way of your website and social media, which I think are fantastic tools to use. Social media in particular, because you have the opportunity to create culture and a group and a following around your messaging.
Okay.
So I really recommend people dive in there. There are many avenues for that. We can all name 10.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Yeah. Pick one that you know your people are at.
Exactly.
What's the third one?
So the third one that's really, really powerful is to create partnerships with other people.
Okay.
So there's lots of ways to do that. And my favorite ways are to create a lead referral partnership with somebody that you can both be passing business to each other.
Ooh.
For example, in the interior design space, builders are or contractors are is a group of people, a person type, that interior designers can pass business to, because they can build the projects that they're working on, and that they can receive a lead from, because often a client will go to a builder first, and then the builder will say, like, we need drawings, we need a design, we need a plan, like, and pass a lead back to the designer.
Okay.
So creating a partnership with somebody wherein you can pass leads back and forth is a really powerful way to have passive marketing that lasts a really long time. What that then becomes about is nurturing the relationship. And that's the easy, fun part, because you get to go out to coffee and lunch with a fun person, right? Like, who doesn't want to do that? Another really great way is to create a partnership over social media.
Okay.
So is there a social media influencer or person or company that's out there that you wish you could have their audience? Great opportunity to say, hey, why don't you and I do a collab and do this project together, and then both of you tag each other and then cross-pollinate, and that partnership could be also a really long-lasting partnership.
Beautiful. So if you're an interior designer and you haven't realized already that you need to connect with Katie, I'm inviting you to do that now. You can go to her website,
Biographicaldesign.com.
and you can check out, she's got a quiz there that you can take to help you identify your unique design differentiator.
It's
Highly
good.
recommend you do that.
It's good.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.